The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series was back in action under the lights on Thursday night, and this time the outcome would determine the starting lineup for the Daytona 500. Pole sitter Jeff Gordon led the field in green in the first race of the Budweiser Duels, but it was Matt Kenseth taking over on lap 2, where he remained most of the night. The first caution came out on lap 17 as Casey Mears lost an engine due to a hole in the oil pan. Then on lap 27, Johnny Sauter goes for a spin off the nose of A.J. Allmendinger, knocking them both out of the race early with heavy damage. With just 9 laps to go, Trevor Bayne wound up in the wall after getting loose. But the story of the night would be Dale Earnhardt Jr., working his way from last place and holding off several late charges for the win.
You know, I've had cars that have been real fast in the single car runs and not draft well, and I've had cars that are real slow by themselves and draft awesome. But this car seems to be quick no matter what situation it's in, and it allows it finishes a lot of moves. It kind of surprised me. It does a couple things that surprised me out there in the race, and so I felt like the car made the job a lot easier. Greg and those guys should be real proud of the effort and the work they've done in the offseason to bring such a good race car here.
Despite the Speed Week struggles, several drivers were able to lock themselves into the Daytona 500, including J.J. Hailie, Michael Annett, Cole Witt, Landon Castle, and notable rookie Ty Dillon making his first Daytona 500.
It means so much. I've been coming here since I was born with my family and watching my grandfather's cars race, and I've always wanted to be a part of this. I love NASCAR, and I love our sport for the passion that it takes and the history and everything that's made it. I just always wanted to be a part of the highest level and racing in the biggest races, and tonight I was able to accomplish a goal that I've wanted to accomplish for a long time, and getting in the Daytona 500. The last couple of days, my wife can probably attest to it, I've been pretty stressed and nervous. This just means so much to me, and I love our sport, and I love the people that have come and won championships and won races, and I want to be a part of that one day, and this is a start.
Up next was duel number 2, where Jimmy Johnson would start out front before Kyle Busch would quickly jump to the lead with the help of teammate Carl Edwards. The red flag came out on lap 37 after a 4-car crash was sparked when Jeb Burton made contact with Sam Hornish Jr., turning Alex Bowman and collecting Austin Dillon. With just 14 laps remaining, Kurt Busch was black flagged for making this move and passing the 78 car below the yellow line. Jimmy Johnson would assume the lead on the restart and stay there until a late race caution comes out involving Danica Patrick and Denny Hamlin. From there, Patrick would have to race her way into the 500 on the season's first green-white checkered finish. Jimmy Johnson brings home the win, and with the help of teammate Kurt Busch, Patrick makes her way through the pack and into the Daytona 500. Patrick and Hamlin would discuss the contact post-race.
I'm all about learning. I'm all about doing the right thing, but, you know, he said he needs to run close to move forward. Well, you're turning me, and it happened in practice too. When he cut across my rear bumper, it pulls the back end around, and that's why it looked like I tracked down, but I was just going down the straightaway, and so here we are in the race, and I'm seeing him in my mirror, and he's so tucked up underneath me, so close, and I get being close, but he's then going to my left rear, and it just gets it light.
I got close to her, and her car got loose again, so it's like I just try to explain that, you know, Danica, I can't just say, oh, it's you, so I got to stay away 2 feet because your car's loose. Like, we're trying to move forward, and you know, what are we racing for? 8th in a twin race? It's not much, but like, what's the? You know, I guess I just have to give more room because, you know, once I get close enough to her, her car just gets out of control.
While Johnson is happy with the win, he's mainly focused on Sunday.
These cold conditions maybe will lull us all into thinking our cars are driving great. And as things heat up and we get to Sunday and it's mid-70s and sunny, you just got to be on your game and make sure that you're setting your race car up for those conditions, because tonight was prime conditions. I mean, good air for the engine to run, no tire wear, no slipping and sliding, cool track temps. You know, tonight was hard to get your car to handle poorly. So, I mean, or, you know, flip side, if it's handling bad tonight, you've got a ton of work to do. Get ready for Sunday. So you can look at it one of two ways.
Up next for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, the 57th running of the Daytona 500. From Daytona Beach, Florida, I'm Nick Duncan.